success in life is a journey. Whatever road you're on, take the next step at Trinity Valley Community College. Founded in 1946 as Henderson County Junior College in Athens, Texas, TVCC has grown through the years and now includes campuses in Palestine, Kaufman, and Terrell in our 5-county service area. Taking the first step with anything new can often be the hardest, but our Pathways to Progress will provide you with the support you need in your first year to keep you moving down the right path. From your first day at TVCC, you'll feel like part of the family. Everyone you meet on campus will be focused on helping you succeed. Most of our classes are offered online, allowing you to work towards your goal on your own time at your own pace. Advisors are here to help you decide on your career pathway. Work toward an associate's degree, transfer to a university, improve or change your career, or just take classes for personal enrichment. You can make campus life as busy and rewarding as you want with a full range of activities and organizations available. Discover the important services offered at the Cardinal Success Center, like quiet study rooms, computer access, and one-on-one tutoring. Join your fellow students and community supporters to cheer our championship Cardinal football, basketball, volleyball, softball, cheer, and rodeo teams. One of the highest rated 2-year colleges in America by the Aspen Institute and Smart Asset, TVCC delivers a quality, affordable education, and financial aid is available for those who qualify. Whatever your goal, TVCC will provide you with the tools to be the best you can be. Find your pathway to success at Trinity Valley Community College. Welcome to the Valley, and go Cardinals!
When we say crispy, juicy, tender, this is the juicy and tender, and this is the crispy. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches.
The end of the day is when the magic begins, smoking the finest quality meats, low and slow. Now we bring the Q to you. Dickey's Barbecue Pit delivers wherever you are. That's right. Order online or use our app. Dickey's delivers.
I was a runner. I was up to running 3 miles a day every morning. When I was diagnosed with lung cancer, I was shocked because I'm not a smoker. Baylor, Scott & White, the facility, the staff, everyone has been so amazing. I love the fact that I can breathe.
When I first heard that I had cancer, I was referred to Baylor Scott & White immediately. It was really important for me to be able to get my chemotherapy and everything here because I wanted to be close to my friends, my family. They were so confident and made me feel at ease and supported me. I felt like I was their only patient, and I knew they had several people that they were dealing with, but I was the most important person.
I had like a week of headaches. Throughout that week, I went to my local hospital. They referred me to Baylor Scott & White. They gave me an MRI. The tumor that was inside of my head was cancer. Baylor Scott & White has given me this new technology that helps decrease the growth rate of my cancer cells. The doctor I have right now, he's just amazing. It's a great feeling to know the guy who's taking care of me actually really cares about me.
Baylor Scott & White Health, changing cancer care for life.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact,
it's closer and more convenient than you might think.
Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students.
TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya.
Welcome back, America. It sure is good to see you.
We want to know which Chicken Express side dish you gotta have with your hand-breaded golden crispy express tenders.
Gotta have a big helping of those golden fries.
My favorite side is the fried okra.
Mine's the mashed potatoes.
fried okra, mashed potatoes.
It's all about the Hush Puppies.
You can't go wrong with any of our delicious sides at Chicken Express. They're fresh, hot, and waiting for you after the game or anytime. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Fried okra, mashed potatoes.
Three-pointer all the way from the round ball. Oh, the big man knocks him down.
Welcome to this Cardinal Sports Network's presentation of basketball at Trinity Valley Community College. We are coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, where this afternoon in a Region 14 conference contest, the Cardinals take on the Dragons of Paris Junior College. Paris comes in with a record of 15-12, 9-7 overall. The Cardinals, who just broke a 6-game losing streak with a 79-77 win at Bossier Parish, is 11-14 overall and 6-10 on the season.
Well, as we jump in here, Benny, we got to get that figured out.
We're having some headset issues, folks. We can't hear, so we apologize for that.
Here's what I know about this Cardinal team as they work on that. The Cardinals are coming in here trying to get some momentum, trying to get that momentum, getting ready for the Region 14 tournament that'll be coming up. They've got 3 games left. You've got one, the last home game here today, and then you've got 2 on the road, Wednesday and then next Saturday for the Cardinals. So they're going to have their last chance to shine in front of the home crowd, if you will. So we'll step away. We'll come back here with your starting lineups and the national anthem on the other side of the Cardinal Sports Network here from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gymnasium.
I couldn't hear me.
I can hear it good.
You can't hear it all? I can't hear it all. Yeah.
So, Benny, as we're getting closer to the starting lineups here, let's talk about how important this game is for the Cardinals.
Well, they want to build on the momentum of having won at Bossier Parish Wednesday night, 79-77. I was talking to Coach Mark Leslie just a few minutes ago. So that was just a big, real momentum game for his squad. They needed that. They needed something positive to happen to get in a positive frame of mind, and they're looking to build on that today. In the first meeting between these two teams in Paris last month, it went to overtime before Paris won by a score of 82-71. In that game, they went into overtime, and Paris outscored the Cardinals 15-4 in the overtime period. Tim, I was looking up on this series. Since the 2010 season, the Cardinals have won 20 of 28 games against Paris. The Cardinals have won 8 of the last 9. The loss Wednesday night had broke an 8-game win streak against Paris, and the Cardinals have swept the series against Paris 7 of the last 12 seasons.
So they've got a lot to play for. You know, you think about, well, this season hasn't been the way they had hoped. It's not the way they had drawn it up in the preseason, but, you know, you still got everything in front of you. You get hot the last Wednesday they got to win these next 3, go into the Region 14 tournament with a little momentum. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, the Cardinals actually have Wednesday night off. They will play Thursday in a makeup game down at Angelina. Having makeup of a game that was postponed on February the 7th, and then they'll finish the season at home. On the road next Saturday, going to Navarro to take on the Navarro Bulldogs.
And that is going to be one of those games that you circle on the calendar. Is always a lot of fun because these two teams are such rivals. So getting close to the starting lineups here, as you go back to look at this Cardinal game in Paris, where earlier this year they went up there, they were leading at the break, but like you mentioned, just outscored in the OT. And over the stretch of the second half, it was a 48-33 performance, outscoring the Cards. So they can't just get off to that good start. They got to find the gear and finish it. And I know that's been brought to their attention.
And one person they've got to be mindful of today is Christian Ashby, a 6'1" freshman out of Houston, who's averaging 12.5 on the season, but he's got 91 three-pointers. In that first game against Paris, that Paris win, he hit 20 points and had 5 three-pointers.
Wow, 91 three-pointers on the year is very much impressive, and a chance to highlight his play today. It'll be very important for the Cardinals to come out and change that dynamic, if you will, and not let them have any opportunity to get him red hot like he was.
Tim, very late in the fourth quarter, we don't know how much time is left. The Lady Cardinals are up on Tyler at 81-74, but there's just time that's got to be running real short in that one. And we'll have that final for you here momentarily, folks. Hopefully it'll be a Lady Cardinal win. They snap that 2-game tailspin and beat the number 7 ranked team in the nation on the number 7 team's home floor.
Yeah, it'd be huge, winning on the road against a very motivated Tyler Junior College. So getting close here for the tip, and looking forward to this one today.
We are indeed, Tim, and we thank you for joining us here on this final Saturday at home at Leon Smith Court at Cardinal Gym.
Yeah, final day, man, and this is going to be it's memorable. You got a lot of memories here for these guys, whether they're number 3 ranked in the nation, or whether you're having a tough year or not. It's a very important day for them.
It absolutely is, and we're going to step aside now for the pregame ceremonies with the national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineups.
Cardinal Gymnasium for today's Region 14 conference matchup between the Paris College Dragons and your Trinity Valley Cardinals. At this moment, will you please stand as we honor America? The Cardinal Regiment will be playing the national anthem. The Cardinal Regiment. Thank you. You may be seated. And now let's meet the visiting Paris College Dragons. 5'9" sophomore from Capel, number 3, Tyreek Aman.
Aman is averaging 7 points a game.
A 6'1" freshman from Houston, number 11, Christian Ashby.
Ashby's averaging 12.5 and has those 91 three-pointers I mentioned.
6'4" freshman from New Orleans, Louisiana, number 4, Ronald Holmes.
Ronald Holmes Jr. is averaging 9.9 points a game.
And a 6'7" freshman from Brooklyn, New York, number 20, Anthony Laddie. And a 6'4" sophomore from Houston, number 32, DeMay Jones.
Jones has 27 three-pointers. He's averaging 8.8.
And now let's meet
Bill Floyd coaches
Trinity
the
Valley
Paris Dragons. He was confirmed in 2020. In 2005, he led Paris to the NJCAA
from Little
championship.
Elm, number 4, MJ Leslie.
MJ's averaging 12.6
6'
and
freshman
he's got
from
68
Shelbyville, number
three-pointers.
5, Jay Buckley.
Jay Buckley's averaging 18 points a
6'5"
game.
freshman from Skokie, Illinois, number 21, Jalen Butler. A 6'7" freshman from Dallas, number 23, Quavion Adger.
Adger's averaging
And a
14.8
6'8"
a
freshman
game.
from DeSoto, number 24, Issachar Naang.
Naang is averaging 5.9 points a game. It is Region 14 Conference basketball. It is Trinity Valley. It is Paris, and it is calling the play-by-play. It's Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. Welcome if you're just tuning in. Where you been? We're glad to have you here for Cardinals Sports as the Cardinals playing their final home game of the 2022 year. Now, Benny, every year we talk about this thing, and we're like, man, this thing has flown by. It's been another fantastic, fascinating, fast-moving season.
It has been, and of course, for the most part of the season, Kilgore has set the pace in the conference, but you got Lee College suddenly now tied with the same record, the conference record, as Lee College. So those two are battling for that number 1 overall seed at the regional tournament.
Lots happening in Region 14, and glad to have you tuned in here as Paris comes to Athens. Cardinals will have Niang jumping, and it will be controlled by the Cardinals.
Cardinals in the home grays today, Tim.
Yeah, bringing out the grays with the red and white trim and ready to get this thing underway. They'll work right side and not able to get free from the low block spot. Had good position down low, and I think they expect him to pop out.
Cardinals looking to get off to a good start. Like you said, they were up at half against Paris in the loss to Paris, 38-34 at halftime last month.
A lot of patience here from the Dragons in the early goings. Still 12 on the shot clock. Kick out. Thought about it. Now down to 6. Pulls the trigger from way back. That's short. And Butler pulls it down.
Yeah, Jones put up the three-pointer. He's got 27 on the season, but didn't quite connect on that one.
MJ from the corner. Can't get it to fall, and Niang tried to knock it back up.
Yeah, Niang tried to knock it up, as you mentioned, Tim, but he goes out of bounds off of him, so it will go. The ball will go to Paris. So the first couple of trips the Cardinals have not been productive.
Trying to get an update on that Lady Cardinal game. Big one for them on the road at Wagstaff and Tyler today.
Lady Cardinals are up 8 with times running short. Don't know exactly how short.
Going to be a backcourt violation. What a play from Adger over there to save that one. And he's going into the first 3 rows there and just throws it back, and it goes into the backcourt. So unfortunate, but great effort nonetheless.
They won't let you do that. New rule.
He's expected to jump over 3 rows of fans, not spill the popcorn, and keep it in the front court. So duly noted. There's a shot on the way, won't go. Tracked down in the corner though. And shot clock violation. Coach Foy sharing his displeasure with the officials right in front of us.
Bill Foy arguing that there was a shot clock violation, said the horn did not go off, and it did not go off. So this is a strange.
I'm just glad that they had the meeting right in front of us. I think our microphones picked it up pretty well.
We didn't have to guess, did we?
So 18.5 to go first half. Still scoreless here. Buckley driving in the paint. Goes strong to the glass. Gets the shot to fall. Chance for a 3-point play here at the line. The Cardinals really want to secure that free throw line today, not give any room for error here. But with a chance to get the 3-point play, and does.
Buckley in the win over Bossier Parish Wednesday night had 26 points.
You love to see that.
The women's game is tightened up 86-81 as Lady Cardinal possession at half court.
So 5-point advantage on the road for them, trying to close it out in Tyler.
It's really, we're at a disadvantage, folks, because the TJC YouTube channel does not have a clock, so we can't tell you how much time is left. It's got to be less than a minute, though.
It's kind of like watching soccer sometimes. Before they had the digital clocks everywhere. How much time is left?
You have no idea.
Cardinals holding on to a 3-point lead. Start saying that could dissipate here. Shot is put back up and good. Nicely done there.
It was nicely done.
Good job there from Ronald Holmes out of New Orleans, Louisiana.
It's been good to see Buckley kind of take over this offense the last 4 or 5 games. As Mark Leslie was pointing out, aside from that terrible performance against Kilgore, every loss this season, the Cardinals have battled to the very end.
Big basket there from MJ as Leslie goes 3-point land. It makes it a 6-2 game. You're right. That, you swing that pendulum in the other direction and you've got a totally different look.
MJ now with 69 3-pointers on the season.
Niang picking up the foul down low. 6-2 here in the early going. Inbound, they'll take a 3 from the left wing, and that's put through. Nice job that time from
Ashby. That's his 92nd 3-pointer of the season.
Yeah, Ashby, no stranger to that. That's incredible shooting there from that young man. Buckley going strong, gets up and under, can't get the fall, but the putback is good from Niang.
Big man, that's his strength of this game right there, Tim.
Cleaning it up, and it's a 3-point ball game. 8-5, just under 17 to go. That's short. Offensive rebound there. Got a flop warning here on the Dragons, otherwise known as an Oscar nominee. The flop warning / Oscar nominee. Got an update here. The Lady Cardinals get the win on the road over number 7, Tyler. 91-81 is the final. There's a 3-pointer. Boy, he is deadly. And that is Abby's 93rd 3-pointer of the year now after Ashby hits his second of the game, ties it up. He's now got 93 3-pointers on the year. Cardinals trying to break the tie here. Buckley directing traffic. 8 on the clock, pulls up left side, won't go. It's cleared out. Laddie with a rebound.
Laddie's a nice-looking athlete, Tim.
Yeah, he is. Boy, couldn't finish. That was a...
Speaking of Laddie.
Laddie says, I get my cue. Almond gave him a good move, but didn't get the drop. Down low they go to Niang. Lost it on the block. Controlled and out of bounds on the sideline.
Tim, what about a huge road win for the Lady Cardinals this afternoon over in Tyler, 91-81 over the 7th-ranked team in the nation?
That's a big, not just a win, but putting them away by 10 on their home court. And that, earlier in the year they repaid the favor. So
66-62 the first time around in the game I had to miss that you and Joe Ellerson called.
And they, I think, had a little extra motivation here after dropping 2 and then realized, boy, these guys put us away at home. They came out on fire.
The Lady Cards avoided their first 3-game losing streak since November 2009 by winning today, and they have Blinn at home Wednesday, and we'll have that for you, and that will be a delicious ball game.
Yes, indeed. Here's a 3 from Leslie. Won't go. Coos almost tracked it down. I'm surprised that ball hit.
We got a tightly contested men's game here going on.
Long shot won't go. Leslie pulls it down. Got to turn and bring it up the floor. Adger calling for it on the left side. A nice move through the legs. Trying to create, but the defenders staying right with him. Butler on the low baseline. Coos passes off. Still 10. A 3-pointer on the way. Rattles out. And Butler with the rebound had his pocket picked. And now a foul.
Solid defensive play by Ronald Holmes Jr.
Yeah, Ronald Holmes Jr. got there and took the rock.
Good to see Roberts Coos getting some early playing time, Tim, because I think he's really been coming on as this season has progressed.
Yeah, he really has. He's had some nice flashes the other day. We talked about it in that last broadcast, and played big down the stretch there. See if he can continue to get those opportunities here as we're about to see Impey check in and Najee. They'll check in for their first time today. 2-point advantage for the Dragons, leading 10-8 here in the early going. Trying to be very patient, methodical with the offense. A long three from the corner is good.
Paris averages hitting 6.6 3-pointers a game, Tim, and they've got 3 already in this one.
Boy, that's a good start. Just under 5+ gone by. From the right baseline, Edgar puts it down. Nice job from number 23, Kevion Edgar.
In the win over the Cardinals earlier, the Dragons hit 8 of 23 pointers.
Coos with good D, and Edgar pulls it down.
Very good position defense by Coos.
Buckley, baseline shot. They're going to wave off the shot, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be a blocking against Ashby. Blocking foul against Ashby.
So into the ball game for the first time coming on for Buckley and Leslie. It's going to be Najee Jones and Diary Impey. Got a timeout coming here at the 13:45 mark. We'll step away. Cardinals continue on after this from Leon Spencer Court on the Cardinals Sports Network.
When we say crispy, juicy, tender, this is the juicy and tender, and this is the crispy. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Slot Ski is a mega meaty sandwich. Tons of meat. Slot Ski. Fluffy. Mouthful.
(13-10), the Cardinals trailing the Dragons here in Region 14 action. Your thoughts on the start, Benny?
About like I expected. It's going to be tightly contested, and it will be between these two teams. They're very physical teams, and they'll depend on their shooters to get hot from the outside if anybody's going to put a big gap on the scoreboard.
You mentioned they average, well, in their first meeting, they had 8 3-pointers, and they were off to that great start so far.
Yeah, they got 3 so far, and the Cardinals had 7 3-pointers in that first one as well.
So both teams were spicing it up from behind the arc. There's a Impey just in the ballgame, lets it fly. Impey for 3. Diary, I love the body language as he comes back and kind of tapping on the lapel there.
That's his 24th 3-pointer of the season.
Tied up 13 apiece. Cardinals working some defense here, man-to-man, around the perimeter. Shot on the way, won't go. Cleared out by Najee Jones. Jones gets it off to Buckley. Cardinals slow it down, setting it up, trying to run some offense here. On 3, right side, right on the money. Buckley puts it down. The Cards up by 3.
Keegan with his 23rd 3-pointer of the season. Doesn't shoot a lot of 3-pointers, honestly. His game is predicated off the drive more so.
Well, just took it down that baseline and walked it across.
Rondarius Jones with a muscle move.
Boy, that's a big young man right there.
He decides he's going to go somewhere. He's going to have first rights.
I'm not going to stop him.
He's like an 18-wheeler on the highway. He's going to go wherever he wants to go, when he wants to go there.
Buckley thought about driving, now kicks out in the corner. They both, Diary and Buckley, both have back-to-back threes in their last 2 shots. Now Buckley driving with 4, gets up and draws the foul.
With 2 on the shot clock.
And I tell you, Corin Davis had the, you're kidding me, look. It said it in the subtitles underneath. You're kidding me. That was the look. Buckley got free and drove to the basket.
So you haven't gotten as good as I have. I read lips. I mean,
first one is good. Buckley's off to a good start.
He does. He's got 7 points to lead the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals up 2, chance to make it a 3-point ball game with 12:16 to go here in the first half of play. He does.
8 now for Buckley, averaging 18 on the season, coming off a 26-point performance and a 79-77 win on the road against Bossier Parish.
Cardinals making them work on the entry level.
Great job of collapsing on the post player down low by 3 Cardinal defenders.
Absolutely, because, usually you get the ball that deep. Randarius Jones is thinking, I know how to finish this, but he had nowhere to go. 3-point ball game, 12:02 left here in the first half. That's too easy there on the inbound. That's not where you want to let them have it.
No, it's not. It's a nice little soft baseline jumper by Karan Davis, who averages 14.7 on the season.
1-point game here, 11:50 left in the half.
No surprises thus far in this game, Tim, really.
Yeah, both these teams like to move it long. 3 on the way. That was almost one of those, you dare me, I'm going to take your dare. There's a steal. The putback is good. Diary Impey with the steal and the
Impey followed his shot and wound up getting the steal and is going to get the layup and have a chance to get a and one.
Yeah, that was a big play on the missed shot. Comes right back and gets the steal and the finish.
That's why you always talk about your players. Follow your shot. Follow your shot.
Got to follow. Got to finish, and it pays off here.
So he gets a three-point play, just not the way he initially designed it.
He got the 3, just took him another 2.3 seconds to get it into the books. 11:35 to go. It's a 4-point ball game. Cardinals leading 21-17. 11 and a half to go here in the first. Odd about the 3. Now going to work it around the perimeter, and a foul down low coming here. Paris will have the ball out top.
Foul's going to go against
I believe they called that on
Okiki.
Yeah, they got Jesse Okiki on the foul down low.
Jay Buckley's going to get a breather here. Deshaun Daniels checks in.
Okiki and Adger force him to take it back out. Knocked away and picked up. Nice job defensively.
Been very impressed with the Cardinals defensively, collapsing on the ball when it goes down low to Rondarius Jones.
Knocked away. Here come the Dragons on the other end. Try to set him up in rhythm, but not going to happen on that possession. Passed inside. Boy, Okiki going for it. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Cardinals. I love the effort, though. You talked about it.
Absolutely. The defensive effort has been strong down here today. But other than Jones making that one power move earlier when he created some space, the Cardinals have done a good job against the big man.
Yeah, they have, and they're really applying the pressure, and look for that to continue as
Jones is out of the ball game now. It's a smaller lineup on the floor for Paris at this point.
Yeah, they're going to try to put their speed out there and their shooting, and maybe not pound as much down low.
Almost halfway through this first half, Cardinals up 21-17 in their final home game of the season. They'll be on the road the next 2 games, going Thursday night to Lufkin to play Angelina in a makeup game at 6 p.m. And then next Saturday they'll be over in Coastal Canada to take on Navarre and a 4 p.m. start at the Special Events Center on the campus of NC.
So it's a final home game here for the 2022 season for the Cardinals. The Lady Cards will be here on Wednesday night. We'll have that for you on the
and that'll wrap up the home schedule in our 14th season of coverage on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Every time you say that, I feel a little bit older. It's a 21-17 ball game here, back to action. Extra step.
You feel old. Some of the rest of us are very long in the tooth on the Cardinal Sports Network. Not that you're a rookie by any stretch of the imagination.
The foul called there on Impey will be his first of the game. Shot is good, makes it a 3-point game. Yeah, every time you stop and think about that, you just blink and this thing just runs away from you. It's a fast conference. Maybe it's because it's so much fun to watch.
Oh, it absolutely is. Every game is up for grabs, just virtually.
Any given night, especially in Region 14, these teams, ladies and the guys, anything's possible. Okiki was there for a second, but they covered up quickly. 2-point game now. Going up, shooting, and can't get it, but was following the shot all the way. Loose ball's picked up by the Dragons. Impey's going to get called for the crash.
Yeah, it was a good move by Adger down low inside the paint. He just didn't finish it up.
Yeah, I thought he had done a great job to get there, and then oftentimes, the little thing at the end is.
Tim, I don't think we did mention the scoring averages. The Cardinals come in averaging 74.9, giving up 75.1.
There's not much room for error because I like to talk about, all around it, but in that case it'd be 75-75. It's 0.2 difference.
Well, and listen to Paris, 69.8 and 68.3.
Oh, my. Make me get my calculator out here.
Translated, these teams playing a lot of close ball games.
They do. They definitely do. Here's offensive board on the miss, so they'll get another crack at it here. Card's about to whistle before the shot, and they are going to count the basket, I believe.
They are.
$10:02 to go here in the ball game, and let's see, Buckley will come back on. Leslie checking in. You've got Jones on the floor as well as Okiki and Daniels all on the floor for the Cardinals here with 10 minutes to go in the first half.
It was 13-10 Paris at the media timeout at the 13:45 mark, and now it's 22-21 Paris as we go inside of 10 minutes.
Najee actually thought about a three early going, but they want to run a little clock, run a little motion, and they're getting some pretty good spacing. See if they can close it out here. Daniels will step back, shot on the way, won't go. Good effort there by Okiki, but nothing to show for it. The box score. Baseline jumper on the way. Short. Buckley rebounds.
From a Paris perspective, that's one you expect to hit because it's wide open on the baseline.
Absolutely. That's usually one that you can go ahead and chalk up as basket, but not to be on this trip. Buckley sizing him up. Now kick out for three from the corner. Leslie knocks it down.
He knocked it down.
Leslie with a three-pointer. Cardinals reclaim the lead.
6 points for MJ, his second three-pointer, his 70th on the season.
Just inside 9 minutes to go here. Cardinals up by 2. Trying to take the lead back. No, not going to go all the way down. Got to have it fall 100%.
Yeah, rare miss for Ashby from three-point range. Yeah,
that guy is.
It was 75% down.
Yeah.
And it's not 100% on the scoreboard.
You will take it if you're a Cardinal. Oh, had it knocked away. Challenging, going up strong, getting the basket. I think Buckley was waiting on some help there. He did a little mismatch, got him to take a sidestep. No one ever came over the top.
And that's what he was asking about after the bucket went in.
Here's a three from the left wing. Put that one down. Deshaun Daniels with a three. It's back to a three-point advantage Cardinals.
He now has 22 three-pointers.
He shot that with a lot of confidence, didn't he? I mean, he just stepped into that.
Had room to spare behind the perimeter, too.
And maybe he shot that one with too much confidence on the other end. It doesn't draw on net. Timeout on the... Nope, Koo's coming on to spell Okiki for the time being. 7:46 to go first half.
Yeah, Christian Ashby's a little bit frustrated on the Paris end of the floor. That's two back-to-back three-pointers he's hitting now. Granted, one did go halfway down and flop out, roll out.
1.5 I don't think it works that way, just like Edgar saving that ball earlier. So here's a foul down low. Going strong in the basket, getting the contact, and with 7:34 to go, 6 fouls apiece.
Yeah, it's not going to be a shooting foul because Jay was trying to pass it off to Roberts Coos. Coos posted up low here. This may be an opportunity for the Cardinals.
Well, they had it there momentarily, but just...
Well, here's the thing about it, Tim. I read that and saw that. I feel fairly certain that Paris saw that as well.
Well, you do make a very excellent point. As we are getting set to go to break here, I think we got a full timeout coming with 7:29 to go. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with more after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking. Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers, not just a bank.
Our crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich can make you feel a lot of things. The spicy one can make you feel, what's the word? Tingly? Yeah, tingly. McDonald's Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Order ahead on the app.
And welcome back to Cardinal Sports Network with the Cardinals up 3, 7:14 to go here. It's been a good one here thus far. Both teams back and forth.
Cardinals have 5 3-pointers, Tim.
That wasn't how they drew it up in the huddle there. Two guys going to the same spot for the Dragons. Coos knocks it away. Picked up by Jones.
Nice job of Coos of putting his arm over in the passing lane to get a piece of it.
There's a 3 from the right side. Not there. Leslie just hit that one a couple of moments ago. Thought we were going to get another one.
As that's one, if it goes down, it really gets his crowd seriously into it.
Entry level, thought about it. Just going to run a little more offense here. Jones got him covered up. Oh, no help there. Coos was coming over for help, and that cleared it wide open.
Pretty nice move by the big man, DeMay Jones, averaging 8.8 points a game. 6'4" sophomore out of Houston.
Free throws coming here, and so now we've got a media timeout on the floor. 6:33 left. It's a 3-point game here.
Let's keep it here, Tim, and let's just reiterate that the Lady Cardinals went on the road today to beat number 7, and the Lady Cards are ranked number 11, but we're coming off back-to-back losses.
How big a win is that for Coach?
91-81.
Yeah, they win by 10 on the road. It's
huge. It's huge. What it will do is, because otherwise, two losses, or in this case it would have been 3 if you'd have lost it. We're going to factor into the rankings that are going to come out Monday. The rankings are so important because if you don't go win the regional tournament, you want to be ranked in that top 20 so that you're in a good position for an at-large berth to the national tournament.
And that is definitely very much so a huge win today.
And let's turn that around to the men's side now, because Mark Leslie and I were talking about this before the game today. There's no pressure on the Cardinals this year.
Right.
We have seen the Cardinals going as a high seed, even the number 1 seed, and have to try to defend that. Although you knew that you had an at-large berth probably in your back pocket, there's still a lot of pressure. Yeah. As it is now, they can just swing from the hip, play loose, no pressure on them, just go win the regional tournament and surprise the nation.
That's exactly true. They seem to be playing very loose today.
They are.
They got the win this past Wednesday night, now playing well here in the first half.
It's almost as though that Kilgore game that they played so dreadfully was like a cleansing for this team. They got it out of their system.
Let's just get it all out on the floor. Get it all out here. 3-point ball
well,
game.
Preferably not on the floor.
Yeah, let's get that off in the locker room and get that one over with. 3-point game here. Chance to cut it to 1 at the stripe. The first one is good for DeMay Jones. Jones hit them both. And
Jones now with 5 points in the contest. Averages 8.8 on the season.
I double-checked that. I've got him down as hitting 42% on the year at the free throw line. Hit them both there. Buckley driving, hanging, shooting. Almost got it to fall, not to be.
He did do a nice job of hanging in between traffic.
Oh, that's an awkward.
Oh,
man.
Got away with one there.
He's more concerned about the foul than he was. Now he's kind of getting up hobbling. I was like, oh, did you see what you just did to your leg? That's a competitor there, man.
But the Cardinals have 5 3-pointers, Tim, and they come in averaging 7.5 3-pointers made a game. So they're well above their average, I would say, pace anyway. And Paris coming out hitting 6.6 3-pointers a game.
And the thing about that is that they're getting some good looks at those threes.
They are.
They're designing, writing them up, and executing.
And here's what we're seeing from the Cardinals. They don't have to get good looks. They're going to fire up the three.
That's true. That is exactly true. Percentage level goes up a lot, though, when it is a good look. Notice. Oh, almost knocked him down there. Deshaun through the legs and through the net.
I rest my case.
Right on cue. Deshaun Daniels.
6 3-pointers now for the Cardinals. Of their 30 points, 18 from beyond the arc.
4-point game inside the 6-minute mark. At halftime, it was 38-34 when these two played earlier. Oh, that ball was almost a tie-up and then out of bounds off the cards.
Cardinals have won 20 of the last 28 against Paris and 8 of the last 9.
Oh, too easy. You got a foul there.
That's a good foul.
Yeah.
That's actually a good foul because
yeah,
make him go to the big man, go to the free throw line and earn it.
Yeah, Coach Leslie, Coach Furr, Coach Sykes, they were all saying match up as the ball was coming in.
And there was an oops.
Yeah, so you just got a foul in there. You can't give them the dunk. Second foul of the game on Najee, so first one goes down. I'm going to look at that one more time. Yeah, 42%. He's 3 for 3. That's got to be a typo, isn't it?
Well, if it's not, he's working on that average today.
He's bringing it up. 4 out of 4, and he's got a smooth stroke there for sure. So we're at a 2-point game with 5:20 to go here in the first half. Buckley pulls up. Fadeaway is no good. It's going to be an easy rebound for the Dragons.
Yeah, Jones comes away with an easy rebound and took steps there.
Thought about it. Works it down low. That's a good job by Coos to force a second shot there. I thought for immediate a minute there he was going to be.
He did a great job the first time. The second time he definitely got him with the body. So it'll be a foul call. So we're going to send the big man Jones, or Darius Jones, to the free throw line.
Shot on the way. The first one's good. So it is a 1-point contest with 5 to go, 4:59 to be exact.
Butler and Adger checking back into the contest for the Cardinals. Ashby's coming back in after taking that breather after missing those back-to-back 3-pointers for the Dragons.
I think the Dragons immediately go, okay, when was the last time he had missed back-to-back? Let's get him out for a second, because he's definitely.
And shooters respond. That's one thing you can always say about shooters. They definitely respond.
Indeed. Tied up, 30 apiece. 4:50 to go, first half. Agger trying to set the screen back up top. Shot on the way, inside the line. There's not a presence down in the paint much over the last, couple of games. There are seasons, there's times where it seems like they get into that one and done, if you will. Shot over the way, won't go. Shot up and good.
I'm very impressed with Darius Jones and his body control down low.
Yeah, he's making his presence known in the paint. Niang will check in momentarily for the Cardinals.
Paris up 2 with 4 minutes to go.
Closing in on that 4 markers. A 3 on the other way, won't go. Ball hit the floor. Paris goes coast to coast in a matter of 2 passes.
Ashby makes his presence known, not from 3-point range, but on the drive.
It's a 4-point ball game. Cards trying to close out this first half, and the Dragons are picking up the pace defensively.
And that time a little bit picked it up too much. There's quite a bit of bumping against Buckley on the drive.
So Buckley will be heading to the free throw line here. 1-and-1 situation. See what he 74% on the year for Buckley. See if he can keep that rolling here. Hit his first 2 attempts. Gets that one to fall.
We saw him miss 2 late in the game the other 2 games ago that cost the Cardinals, and that's very uncharacteristic of Jay.
Yeah, he's usually super clutch there.
Got 9 points in the contest now. Make it 10.
And pulls Cardinals within 2. So at the 3:44 mark, it's a 34-32 game. Cardinals coming out some pressure here off the made basket. Well, he had a good look at it. Didn't like the opportunity. Drives and doesn't get the result he wanted there either. Cardinals chance to tie it here or take the lead with a 3. Yang going to be drawing a foul. Going to be called for a foul. No, okay. 24 in green.
Yeah, it was 24 on 24, so the official was going to get it right. It just mattered what color he saw.
So Niang going to the free throw line for Trinity Valley.
In his multicolored shoes.
Missed the front end.
Got to be the shoes.
Maybe. As I wear these, I realize I've mistook a couple of. I got the same shoes on, and I misspoke a couple of times too. Maybe the shoes. Foul down low. 3 minutes even, and this time it'll be on number 24. Niang.
Not a good stretch of time for the 24s here.
Okiki about to check in for Trinity Valley here.
Jones at the free throw line.
That rattles off. Did you see the body language there at the end? I don't know if it was picked up on the camera. He did that like 4 times in a row as he's letting it go. Imaginary free throws. So see if he can improve on this one.
Hope the imaginary one went better than the real one did.
Gets that one to go. So it is a 3-point ball game with 3 minutes left in the half.
Been a good first half, and we were pretty much around the pace that they played on up at Parrish, 38-34 of the Cardinals at halftime last month.
Yeah, it looks very, very much similar to that. Cardinals were leading that one 38-34. Right now they trail by 3 with 2:48 to go. Okiki catches in the paint, backs him down, tried to, lost the handles. So with 2:35 to go here, it's still a 3-point contest. Cardinals need a stop here, get something on the offense going to finish this half out.
Ashby is not on the floor for the Dragons.
That's good news for the Cardinals. Whoa, got steps there.
Oh, my goodness.
That was an easy call there for the officials after Torin started dancing with the stars there. So with 2:15 left.
We've seen some bad ones on Dancing with the Stars. I've never watched an episode.
I was going to say.
Let the record show. I saw that look you gave me.
I was
getting an accusatory look that you have never watched Dancing with the Stars. And I have never watched an episode.
You read my lips there, I think, is what I recall. Here's a pass down low. Wow. Foul called here against us on Niang as well.
It's going to go against MJ.
Oh, number 4. Okay, I thought I heard 24. So with 1:53 to go, Paris, if they hit the free throws here, can widen this lead.
Yeah, when that final 2 minutes where teams try to seize momentum going into the halftime locker room that we always talk about, Tim.
Yeah, and it
doesn't always happen, but sometimes that is very decisive in a game.
Well, it's all about those bursts. Gets 2 of 2 on the line. Makes it a 5-point game. Trinity Valley needs to close out with some energy here and get some momentum going, like I said, into the half.
5-point lead's the biggest lead in the game by either team thus far.
Not there, a long rebound, and boy, the Cardinals had a shot at that, couldn't come away with Okiki.
Jumped all over him.
It's a 5-point ball game, 1:25 to go. Cards have been in a little bit of a lull here down the last stretch. MP will check back in for the Cardinals here. The next stoppage of play. Kick out, drive, baseline shot. Won't go. Adger pulls it.
Air ball from about 12 feet.
Boy, that's a big break for Trinity Valley. They can get back within 3 or even 2 with a 3. Drive, nice pass. Okiki underneath. Lost it in the paint. That's a big one.
That's why Jay Buckley is so effective. He's such a great driver of the basketball and knows when to give it up and doesn't force things up typically. And if he does, he draws a foul.
Yeah, that's one there that Jesse would love to have back because he caught that in a rhythm and then kind of was indecisive.
It was a nice pass. Less than a minute, Tim.
5-point ball game, 37-32. Trinity Valley need a stop here. Paris has been very effective with the ball. They haven't turned it over too many times. Good crisp passing. 10 on the clock. As I say that, he gave him nothing to handle. Let me throw it in between hops here. Like a shortstop taking the short hop. And,
a chance for the Cardinals, though.
Yes, indeed. You got to take advantage of this here.
Can virtually play for the final shot.
Yeah, you've got just about 1 point and some change. Minute at 1 point, maybe 3 and some change. So they're going to hold it, try and get the last shot off here. And
I'm thinking 3-pointer.
I think so. Let's see what they do. Buckley gets trapped. Oh, they turn it over. And now with 4 seconds left, there's a foul coming here.
And it will be a shooting foul. Double bonus.
Boy, that's a big turnover.
We've seen the Cardinals turn the ball over several times here in this first half.
Instead of having a shot at the end of the half, you've got free throws on the other end. Still 4 seconds here. Trinity Valley's got to get a shot off if he makes the second one.
At 4 seconds, now there'll probably be some pressure defense, but you should be able to get off a decent shot.
Absolutely. So see how they handle this here. The first free throw is good. It's a 6-point game.
I'd be surprised if Paris doesn't
missed it.
Well, they're not going to move point.
Adger going to take it, heaves it up from half court. Almost got it off the back iron. So it's a 6-point game at intermission. 38-32. Cardinals trailing the Dragons. And we'll take a look over some numbers here before we go to break.
How do you know I have numbers?
You're always got numbers. We just don't know if you've had time to accumulate them, but we'll give you a shot.
Cardinals were led in the first half by Jay Buckley with 10. Diary Impey, MJ Leslie, and Deshaun Daniels had 6 each. Fabian Adger had 2, and Yang had 2, and that's the Cardinals scoring. And the Cardinals had 7 3-pointers in the first half.
That's not bad. Speaking of not bad, how about the Cardettes? We'll watch them as we go to break. But thank you for joining us, Cardinal Sports Network.
Your Trinity Valley champion, Cardettes. And now the Cardinal Regiment. Let's hear it for the Cardinal Regiment. And now returning to the court are your Cardettes along with their kitty camp dancers. We hope that your dancers had a great day at camp making new friends. Enjoy their performance to You've Got a Friend in Me. Give it up for your Cardettes along with the kitty camp dancers.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families. At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
The spicy crispy chicken sandwich comes in a foil bag, not just to keep all that crispy juicy tenderness warm, but to let you see the look on your face when that spicy pepper sauce hits. Mickey D's Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When I was first diagnosed with multiple myeloma, you had a 30 to 40% chance to live 4 years. Well, here I'm 15 years out from my transplant, and I'm doing all this stuff still.
When the doctor came in the next morning, he said, "You don't even look like you had surgery." I said, "Thank you." It makes you look forward to every day.
I mean, you know, something knocks you down, you just get up and keep on moving. Go live.
I'm being revamped.
Here's to those who never settle.
Right now, you can double up with 2 for $22 in Dickey's Barbecue Pit. That's 2 2-meat plates, each with 2 sides and a buttery roll for only $22. For a limited time only, visit dickeys.com or use our app. Legit Texas Barbecue.
A quality, affordable education is not out of reach. In fact,
it's closer and more convenient than you might think.
Trinity Valley Community College, with locations in Athens, Palestine, Terrell, and Kaufman, offers day and evening courses, online courses, and provides dual credit classes for high school students.
TVCC is also home to several national championship sports programs.
Our new McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets are just the right amount of spicy. A small to medium Sprite kind of spicy. Let's get a McFlurry after this kind of spicy. But if you get the mighty hot sauce, it's a napkins up for foreheads now kind of spicy. This came from McDonald's kind of spicy? Because our Spicy Chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of spicy. Unless you remember what I said about the sauce. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. We are at halftime with Paris leading the Cardinals 38-32 in this Region 14 Conference Men's Contest. I'm Benny Rogers, the Sports Information Officer at the college, and I'm joined like always by Tim Howard. And Tim, in that first half, I think it went pretty much like both of us expected to go, kind of back and forth, and then there at the end, Paris had just a little bit of a surge to take the biggest lead of the contest at 38-32 at the half.
Yeah, that 6-point game, it's, that, like I said, biggest lead of the half, and both these teams have been back and forth, just swinging back and forth, and then, the surge, if it comes at the right time, makes all the difference in the world. So it's going to be important for Coach Leslie and his squad to come out with some energy and get back the lead, get ahead here in the second half.
And the first time these two teams played, we saw the Cardinals up 38-34 at halftime, so a very similar type game. Here's something that's quite interesting to me, Tim, looking at the Paris from a Paris perspective. Paris is up 38-32, and Christian Ashby, their leading scorer, and he's got 2 3-pointers in this contest, only has 2 3-pointers in this contest.
Yeah, and that was, I think, a lot of that is an adjustment, trying to, really keep that defensive pressure on him. He got off to a quick start, 2 quick ones, and then one that was very uncharacteristic of him, and then one that just didn't find a way. So got to keep that happening and not let him get hot, if you will, and turn this crowd into a hometown crowd for them. They haven't really been able to get into this thing because, like you said, it was back and forth. So we'll see how the second half goes here.
Another element that stood out to me was the great job I thought the Cardinals did defensively down low when the ball would go down low, because Paris is one of these few teams that really post somebody up down low. The Cardinals did a really nice job of collapsing on the ball.
Yeah, I think that has been a difference in this first half. The defensive effort from the Dragons, just collapsing down low, keeping them from, having to hit from the outside, not getting anything easy in the paint, if you will.
Have a pretty nice crowd here for this Saturday afternoon single contest. I know it kind of split some of our fans because they looked like the Lady Cardinals had a pretty good crowd that went over to Tyler this afternoon to see them knock off number 7 ranked Tyler 91-81 at Wagstaff Gymnasium. I'm expecting, unless they stop to eat, the Lady Cardinals should be making an appearance here before this game is over with. I know that the Lady Cardinals softball team and volleyball teams were in attendance today. It's good to see them here, and I think I've seen some soccer players scattered across the way as well. So, as always, all our teams support each other very well here at Trinity Valley.
The family in red is definitely here and trying to get this home W for the Cardinals as they're a couple of steps closer to the Region 14 tournament, which will be happening first part of March.
Yeah, March 1st through the 5th over at Jacksonville High School Gymnasium, which used to be the old Lon Morris Gymnasium. They bought that several years ago, and they've done a good job of hosting the tournament in the years that it's been held in Jacksonville. They do a very nice job, very organized, to take care of all the little details.
By the way, if you're a hoops fan and you've never been to that tournament, you should go and do yourself a favor and get to watch tournament action all week long. There's some great competition out there. You get to see some really good hoops.
Well, you really do, and it's both the men's and the women's tournament, and I'd advise you to go. Of course, the Cardinals are probably going to go in as the 11 or 12 seed, and the Lady Cardinals could go anywhere from probably the 2 through the 4 seed, just depending on how the season finishes up. But anyway, that's women's basketball. We're at men's basketball. We're back at action here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym with the second half call. Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. So the Cardinals will be on defense here as the Dragons have the ball to start the second. It's a 38-32 deficit for Trinity Valley.
First 5 minutes, very important.
Yeah, get that momentum going your way in the early going here. See already the Cards playing up on their heels, crashing the boards. Dragons fighting for it, and it's going to be a tie-up situation. Cardinals will get the possession. He's fortunate that he didn't get called for steps there before the tie-up.
You saw them too. But, you know, we don't have a striped shirt on, so it doesn't really matter what we think we see.
Look at that great teamwork, though. All the Cardinals going down in there and doing their with their shoes. Now the towel coming in to help things.
Cardinals were led in the first half by Jakevian Buckley with 10 points. Cardinals had 6 3-pointers, 2 by Leslie, 2 by Deshaun Daniels to lead the way.
So got to get that motor going again here and get this thing back to a Cardinals back in. And they're, 6 points is nothing for either of these two teams. That's just how this game has been contested. A step back shot on the way. Nice job from Adger getting started out of the second half. And he stepped over the line there. That's a big mental mistake for Anthony Laddie.
That's why you make up a deficit right there. But Adger just had 2 points in the first half. That's a quiet first half for him. His average is 14.8 on the season.
Adger gets the ball off the post and just tried to kiss it off the glass. Couldn't get it to fall. But, boy, that's a kind of entry level you want there on the inbound. That's one of those he'd like to have back.
By the way, Tim, the Lady Cardinals softball team will be at home tomorrow at 11 a.m. taking on Iowa Western, then taking on San Jacinto at 3 p.m. at Rip Drumgood Field at Kane Park.
Good information there, and that is talk about using the shot clock. That goes all the way down to the wire. Cardinals get the board as the buzzer goes off. 4-point ball game. Buckley changes gears, had it blocked and stolen on the baseline over there by Leslie.
He lost his shoe and left it on the floor.
How about the finish from Niang? And a foul called against Laddie. It's not the best start for Laddie. He's going to head to the bench as
action was going on and Jay Buckley's shoe was in the middle of the lane.
Oh my. That was a well-executed drop of the shoe. I mean, the amount of he's going to triple knot that thing now.
And you could have made the case that the officials could have stopped the game since the Cardinals had the ball and was a Cardinals shoe on the floor to stop the game, but for the safety of the players.
And that is a big break there. But boy, how about that finish? The flush from Niang. He gets the 3-point play. It's a 1-point ball game.
Big man now has 5 points in the contest.
38-37. Cardinals outscored Paris by 5 here to start the first 2 minutes of this, I guess I should say minute 45 of the second half.
Cardinals defending very closely right now in their man defense.
And that is short, pulled down by Niang.
What a start by Niang.
Yeah, he's playing well. Definitely.
I'd like to see somebody bust a 3 here for the Cardinals and get this crowd really into this contest.
Down low they go, hanging. He lost possession going up after it was fouled by Davis.
Well, yeah, Niang turned around and he was so wide open that I don't think he could believe it.
The fact that he was about to cock that back to his ankles is also a moment I wanted to see selfishly. That one is up and good. So tie ball game here at the 17:42 mark.
5 straight points now for Niang. Make it 6.
He's got 6 of all 6 here in the second half.
6 of the 8.
6 of the 8. I was sitting there doing my math. I was like, something ain't adding up here. So, yeah, 6 of 8. Not a bad start for the big man. Shot won't go. Rebound is taken by.
Nice penetration by Ashby. Just couldn't get it to fall.
So Cardinals on a 7-0 run to start this second half. Or 8-0 run. Down low. I know I'm not exactly underneath the rim. Let me go ahead and flush it anyway.
A star is emerging for the Cardinals.
Man, he is owning the paint here in the second half. Timeout's about to happen, I do believe, indeed.
Yeah, I think it is.
We talked about body language. Bill Foe is showing some right now. He'll talk to his team. 16:55 to go from Athens. We've got more action after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Long before the craving hit you, when nothing else will do but Texas barbecue, we were way ahead of you. Dickey's Barbecue Pit satisfies your craving, delivered where you want it, when you want it. Order online or use our app. Dickey's delivers.
Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Good one going here in Trinity Valley on the campus of Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas. 41-38. Boy, how about the start by the Cardinals?
9-0 run, and we said the first 5 minutes was important. How about the first 3.5 minutes?
They've come out lightning quick and just.
And the big man, Yang.
Yeah, Yang's been the difference here in the second half.
He scored 7 points at the end of the 9-0 run.
Coach Bill Foy said, hey, we are going to talk about this. He took most of that time out to do just that. So 3-point lead for the Cardinals, who trailed 38-32 at halftime. Now up 3 with 16:37 to go. There's a drive, their first basket. You need more of that if you're the Dragons.
Yeah, much needed basket too for the Dragons.
Get to the hoop and good things happen. Buckley calling a stack.
There's some serious popcorn spillage across the way.
that is not the landing zone. Well, I guess it is. If you're going into the garage, you want to land on it. It's softer than hardwood. Shot on the way from Agger won't go. Rebound by the Dragons. Holmes pulled that one down. Gives way to Davis, back to Holmes. Good hands there.
Butler got a hand on that one.
Cards are going to have possession here. It's out off of the Dragons.
It's good to see the Cardinal defense rewarded because they have played pretty solid throughout, to be honest with you.
And as you see that as a player, you know, you hear coaches talk about defense all the time, but when you get to experience it like that, you really believe more in defense. You know, he was trying to lead Adger. Niang just pats his chest.
It wasn't pretty.
No. 41-40, Cards trying to hold on here. Oh, Adger going to give him.
Adger just grabbed him.
He's falling out of bounds and try to pull him with him. I think it's going to be on the floor, no basket, correct? Smart play there, actually, as he had gotten him so far into the post, he just pulled him out. So no basket. Make him earn it.
And we're about to the 5-minute mark here to start this second half, and as it turned out, Paris has survived, Tim.
Yeah, they're still. That's the fortune of having a 6-point lead at half. You can have a slow start. Oh, good D from Butler, but couldn't finish. Edgar pulls it down. Now hands off to Buckley. Leslie thought about 3. Now penetrates, shoots. It's short. Last touch by the Cardinals. $14:55 to go. That first 5 minutes looked like it was going to be all Trinity Valley, but then the Dragons had their run.
Yeah, I think we've settled in now to what we've seen is what we're going to see.
That's kind of been the first half. I mean, it's been, other than that little run by Paris.
That 3-pointer by Ashby was 3/4 down. Tim, I think you had your back turned for just a second there, and it popped out itself.
Ashby's had a couple of those today.
Hasn't been getting the shooter's roll.
Jones will have 2 free throws after the
Adger with the foul. That's his 3rd personal foul, Tim. That's something to keep an eye on right there.
They will have to do exactly that. So the free throw is good and right on cue. Card's going to come in and get him. Jones back on the floor for Adger. Shot is good. So they reclaim the lead just like that.
A good job of Paris withstanding that 9-0 run by the Cardinals and resteadying the ship now.
Good ball movement by Trinity Valley. See if they can get inside. Niang on baseline, passes off, and a blocking foul coming here.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious there as DeMay Jones blocked him along the baseline.
Yeah, DeMay not getting there, getting set, draws the foul, or called for the foul.
It's almost as though you want to just fast forward this game to the final 2 minutes because you got a feeling that's when this one's going to be decided.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Been one of those kind of games back and forth. And then Paris went on their mini run to lead at halftime. 38-32, Cards came back and took the lead, and that's where we're back now. Long three from MJ. Count the basket. My goodness.
MJ's third three-pointer of the contest. He's got 9 in the game.
Boy, that's a great shot. You really feel good if he's getting shots like that going down. Here's another three on the other end. Kip, guess who? Leslie leading, and a foul coming here after Jalen Butler caught the ball. That's a nice pass.
Yeah, Ashby's going to be called for the foul. That was a frustrating foul for Ashby because he's now missed his last 4 3-pointers after hitting 2 early on. So you know he's frustrated by that.
Yeah, when you're a good shooter like that and you miss a couple, 3 or 4, then you start thinking, I'm a better shooter than this.
Well, and a couple of those we saw go deep down into the cylinder and come out.
That really gets in your head. First one's good for Jalen.
His first point of the contest.
So the 6'5" freshman out of Skokie, Illinois with the second. Gets the ball to fall. And we got a timeout on the floor. It's a 4-point Cardinal lead as we go to a timeout. You're seeing it right here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
I was in a coma for about 2 weeks. I've had the worst happen to me, but you can't let life beat you down.
I was in recovery and doctor came in and he said, you and I are going to run in this marathon next year.
My dream is to help other traumatic brain injury survivors.
By the time we finished the first mile, I started tearing up. You know, we went full circle here. I'll live my life to the fullest each day.
I want to show them that you're strong, you're resilient, and you can keep going.
Here's to those who never settle.
Step up to the block and tackle the Mac Stack, a Dickey's barbecue pit game changer. Our signature mac and cheese topped with Dickey's quality slow smoked meats. And Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Visit Dickeys.com, legit Texas barbecue.
And welcome back. It is a 4-point Cardinal advantage, 46-42. Trinity Valley, they trailed at halftime by 6, 38-32, now up by 4.
All a catalyst by a 9-0 run to start the second half. They put them up by 41-38. We saw Paris kind of reset steady things. But the Cardinals have now come back again with a little bit of a surge to take a lead.
Niang off to a great start to help that as well. So see if they can bring the press to life. Trying to make the Dragons work a little bit.
2 team fouls against the Cardinals, 4 against the Dragons.
Going up, had it knocked away, going to be picked up by the Dragons.
It was Najee Jones with the block.
3 on the way, short way off the mark. Najee with the rebound, had it knocked back to him, so he'll collect and get it up the floor.
A little bit of frustration setting in by Paris.
Butler couldn't get that to go off the front iron.
From 3-point range.
That would have been huge. Cards working defensively. Niang knocks it back. Buckley with a pick, and here come the Cards 2-on-1. Setting him up in the corner for 3. MJ for 3. Boy, he was still kind of getting the feet set on that one when he let it fly.
This place is getting ready to explode if he hits that one.
You can feel the energy rising. There's a foul coming, a block on Buckley.
A hard block.
Boy, he took that right in the chest.
Cardinals lost the first time around to the Dragons 82-71 in the game. They went into overtime. It tied at 67.
So Card's going to bring in Coos, Impey, and Daniels all checking in for the first time here in the second half, I believe.
And what a first 7 minutes by Yang.
Knocked away underneath. That's a good help. And stays with the Dragons. But those that collapse down low, get that hand working. That's big.
They've been very strong in that aspect today. That was Impey that time getting a hand on the ball.
Boy, that's too close. And he's called for traveling. His feet were in the air.
He didn't travel with his feet. It was actually his backside.
The back that drove 45 yards.
They got him on in trouble.
Boy, the Cardinals were about to have a great possession there with that one, though, because they missed it so close to the basket. You're like, how did that ball not go through the hoop? Funnier things. Oh, there's an easy call here. Coos draws the charge.
It must have been easy. I didn't see it.
Backed in. I think he was just straight up and down, and the big fella, when you're a Mack truck driving into somebody, it's pretty hard not to get that call. Buckley will bring it over to the timeline, setting up right in front of us here. 20 seconds on the play clock, shot clock with a 4-point lead. Cards trying to free Buckley. Double screen up top. Back out, Impey. Kept his.
That's as close as you can get to not getting
2 on the clock. Buckley lets it fly and doesn't get the roll. Well, that almost was an amazing shot.
Nice job of Buckley of recognizing where the shot clock was.
Good drive on the other end by Davis to come right back. It's a 2-point ball game. 46-44 with 12 minutes to go. Thought about a 3. Najee said, no, let's get a better look than that.
Smart decision.
I agree. He was about to let it fly from Brownsboro. That one, he moved in and almost got that to connect.
17 miles away for folks not familiar with the area.
Here's a drive down low. Boy, that's a big man there, and he missed it underneath.
Credit Robert Coos with keep standing his ground and making that a tough shot.
What a take by Najee. He's going to be fouled. So 2 free throws coming, but boy, he's
a very physical player.
And just so explosive with that step as he got around, not just the physicality, which is always impressive, but
Tim, when you get a chance, I want you to gaze down both these teams' rosters and look at the number of kids who's beside their names as the FR, the freshmen. These are both freshman-laden teams.
You're seeing a lot of FRs on the roster.
Two sophomores on Paris and 2 sophomores on the Cardinals.
So with 11:16 left here, Najee puts the Cards up 3. Yeah, that's going to make it a lot of depth for both teams next year, you would think.
Of course, now a lot of those are situations where that's taking in the fact they're COVID year, and a lot of these kids who are freshmen or sophomores really, and are going to be out of here. But
that does make sense.
They are listed as freshmen.
I'm glad you clarified that, because I was like, no, wait a second, I'm looking at some of these guys.
Yeah, they've been around a few years. Jones now with his first 2 points of the contest.
So it's a 4-point ball game here, which is monumental in this game. I mean, we've had our biggest lead was a 6-point lead with, I believe, Paris. Shot on the way is good, and they got a chance to pull within 1.
Jones on the drive.
So free throw opportunity here to close it. And at the line right now will be DeMay Jones out of Houston. He's a 6'4", one of the sophomores for this Dragon team.
Has 9 points thus far. Looking to extend that to 10 and 11.
And he does not do it. Missed it. You're going to get a wet spot, I think. I was about to say, what just happened there? Official timeout to clean up a wet spot on the floor. That's a good job. You don't want to hit that going full speed, breakneck speed as Yang is checking into the ballgame for Coos. Coos did a good job down low holding his own.
What a first 3 minutes Yang had for the Cardinals when he scored 7 quick points. 7 in succession, actually.
Yeah, he scored all 7. He scored 7 of his 9 in like the first 2 minutes of the second half.
It was a great start.
Talk about heating up. He definitely did. Buckley finding Daniels on the baseline. And
it's Tyler Johnson. That's his first appearance in the game.
It sure is. Yeah, Tyler catching and almost.
Speaking of Brownsboro, Texas, as you did earlier.
It was foreshadowing, I think is what we call that.
I call it getting lucky.
Oh, very much. You know me, I'm like, that was lucky as all get out. 10:47 to go here in the ball game. Cardinals up 2, and they got another. That kind of tells you both these teams have been working hard. A lot of wet spots on that floor they've been working on this afternoon.
Now the officials just need to blow.
Maybe that was from me over there. Thank you, guys. Bose. Impey will take the ball out here up top left wing.
Almost at the halfway point of this second half.
Trying to find Johnson. Knocked it away and then tracked down by Paris.
Pretty much passed to himself.
Yeah, you mentioned approaching the 10-minute mark here. So this first part of the second half has been much like we thought it would be. Both these teams so close. There's a 3 that could give them the lead. It's short, wide open 3 too.
After a hot start, it's been a quiet game for the Dragons from three-point land.
And I'm not even upset about it one bit.
Well, I don't see many tears on the red side of the floor.
Yeah, but you're right. They came out. They hit 3 or 4 or 4 or 5
very early on.
And then it's kind of went the other way. Cardinals answered. Here's a 3 on a shot on the way from Bear, just off the block up top. They couldn't get it to go.
Johnson's got a good look.
And he's consistently hit that. That just didn't go down. Here's a rebound for Buckley, now leading Impey. Impey for 3 from the left wing, put it on the way and won't go. But a rebound from Johnson. So they'll set it up, 20 on the shot clock.
Johnson's averaging 4.6 rebounds.
That was a big one there. Kept the possession alive. Still 2-point ball game for the Cardinals. Najee for 3, won't go.
Both teams cold from three-point range.
What's amazing when you're cold from 3, you move in a half an inch around the center and they'll start falling.
It's foul block going to be called on Yang.
So that's going to be his, is that his third?
Third personal foul.
And that'll be the 5th team foul against.
Adger's got 3 personal fouls as well. So Cardinals, 2 of their big men are in foul trouble now. It's 8:58 left in the contest.
Yeah, you got to be cognizant of that as the timeout's coming here on the floor. And we'll step away, come back on the other side. 8:58 to go from Athens on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Dickey's Barbecue Pit satisfies your craving for ribs, and right now they're all you can eat for just $19.99. Hand rubbed and slow smoked, but come see us soon, because all you can eat ribs for $19.99 is for a limited time. Legit Texas barbecue.
Look at that. 5 glorious inches of Whataburger. Fresh 100% beef stacked high with melted cheese and fresh cut veggies. But what if it's too much fresh beef? Stacked too high with too much melted cheese and too many fresh cut veggies? Well, we have a 4-inch burger like a lot of other places. We just call it a junior. Good thing there's a burger made just for you. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Trinity Valley leading by 2 with 8:58 to go in the ball game. I had to look on
looking at my notes or something.
I was looking over there. Branson got me. Wasn't on the scoreboard just yet. Your thoughts, though? What's your evaluation of this Cardinals team here in the second half?
Well, the 9-0 run kind of sparked the momentum going the Cardinals' way, and then it's kind of been back and forth since then. I thought Paris, to its credit, withstood that run. And like I said, now they couldn't ask for anything more to be in Cardinal Gym. They're coming up on the 8-minute mark and down 2.
Yeah, they're right where they want to be here with this crowd working around the perimeter there with 5 on the clock. They're going to get it to the left wing. Shot away with 1. It does not fall. Najee clears it out with a great job.
It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go off of Paris.
That's a good job there by the Cardinals. And, you know, we talk about how physical this game is. Najee's pulling it down and trying to clear the ball all in one stroke. You got to protect the ball. And fortunate there as he goes strong to the basket, rolls and falls through for his 4th point of the afternoon, and it's a Cardinal 4-point lead.
Jones heating up a little bit here down this last part of the second half.
8:10 to go in the ball game. Trinity Valley defensively, and
I think if you're the Cardinals, you give that shot up all day. You don't care if Jones takes that one. I say that he's got 27 three-pointers. That's not to be taken lightly. He didn't look very comfortable shooting the ball.
Yeah, and I was just about ready to say they have gone ice cold from 3. I don't want to say it, but I'm thinking it. So thank y'all for looking and listening into my mind. Free throws coming here. First one's good.
But, you know, I don't think Paris' offense has been very fluid here in the second half. I was very impressed with their start. Yeah. You know, the Cardinals did a lot of the nice things defensively, but Paris had more fluidity to its offense than I think that we've seen here in this second half.
Goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. Why do you think that is? Is that an adjustment by the Cardinals defensively or a combination?
Well, I think it's a combination, but I think it's just because Paris is just off a little bit and their three-pointers aren't falling, and they're not accustomed to having their three-pointers not fall.
Yeah, I live by the 3, die by the 3. Here's a baseline drive. Shot falls! Nicely done as Jakevian Buckley takes a ride and finishes, makes it a 4-point Cardinal game.
Jakevian with 10 in the first half. That's his first points of the second half at the 7:39 mark.
Big play there for Trinity Valley. They're up trying to close this one out at home. Down low they go. The shot on the underneath is good.
Nicely done. Great body control underneath by number 24, Rendarius Jones, a 6'7" freshman out of Richardson, Texas.
Been impressed by Rendarius. He's had a good afternoon. Okiki and him are mixing it up down low. That's a fun one to watch.
Yang and Adger are both about to check in for the Cardinals with 3 fouls each, so Mark Leslie is determined that it is go time.
Driving up, can't get his fall, gets his own rebound, the put back, and a foul. So Okiki will be going to the free throw line. Foul is on number 32.
Yes, on Jones. Jones couldn't believe the foul, but there was a lot of contact there, and he's over the bag, so it's going to be called this about every time. And Okiki will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
That's the 3rd foul on DeMay. So Jones now, of course, as you say, we're in the final 7 minutes here, but you know, you got to be careful. Pick up a quick one, and you're in the danger zone. Into the ball game. Here comes Adger and Leslie.
Okiki with his first point.
And the Cardinals will have Yang coming on momentarily. Okiki makes it a 4-point ball game. Yang into the ball game. Good job there from Jesse Okiki. It's a 4-point game, as we've been talking about for the last, 3 minutes back and forth around that four-point margin.
I think Paris's hopes rest on being able to find some shooting prowess from the outside.
It hasn't been there so far.
Cardinals have just done a great job of collapsing defensively on when they've tried to attack the goal. Now we had a foul called this time around. I think that's going to go against Adger. If it is, that's going to be his 4th. That is going to go against Adger, and that's his 4th personal foul.
Wow, we just talked about it.
Fouls. Both teams have 17 fouls now, 1 and 1.
Yeah, and so he's in the danger zone. Got to be careful. He'll sit as Butler comes on.
I think that's called the deep danger zone when you got 4.
Boy, you
With
ain't
6 minutes to go.
Still a lot of time to be left. You got 4. You got to take a ride on the pine for a little bit here. Missed the front end. That's a big break for the Cardinals. You know, the thing about it, Paris is right there but if they give themselves if they have a little bit of a run go up on them, they're going to be in trouble.
And you know the Cardinals just going to be itching to hit a 3-pointer here and put some distance in between them.
Yeah, let's see what they do. They look like they're trying to draw it up here as Buckley's weighing the options. Goes right side. Now going to take it to the rack. Shot off the glass. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. The putback won't go. Yang tapping and finally controlled by the Dragons. Wow, that was a good job there from Paris because they kept fighting for the loose ball. Finally got it. And then they lost it.
Yang's like a gnat underneath. You just keep swatting at them and they won't go away.
They just refuse. There's a 3 from the wing. Won't go. Saved by the Dragons on the baseline. That was Ashby. Blocked. Oh, he just got it over the outstretched hand there.
And Yang's lucky he wasn't called for his 4th personal foul right there.
Yeah, Yang was doing a good job. And over in the popcorn corner there, I saw almost a 6th Cardinal. He was running down the floor. The little boy had pretty good wheels. Step for step with the Cards. Shot on the way. It's good. Count the basket. Deshaun Daniels. And now it is a 4-point game again.
Deshaun's first points of the second half.
Approaching that 5-minute mark. Baseline. Boy, he's dangerous down there. Gets it out top. Thought about 3, but actually he's lost confidence in the 3. Shot on the way, won't go. Blocked underneath, picked up and put up. It's good. Count the basket for Davis.
Let's be real about it, though. If Paris is really going to have a chance, Ashby's going to have to get involved here offensively in the final 4.5.
I'm surprised but not surprised because he had that wide 3 and he passed on it. They get points. It's a 2-point game. But he is definitely one of their leaders. Just not having it this afternoon. Shot is going to be short, but a foul called.
Nice job by Daniels in drawing that foul because he really didn't have many options. He had committed himself to the drive.
Holmes gets called for the foul. 4:36 to go. Big free throws here from Deshaun, sophomore out of Columbus, Ohio.
Daniels with a chance to get into double digits. He has 8 points as he goes to the free throw line. And, of course, Benny Jinkston.
I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to think it. But since you said it, wide open 3 on the end, and it won't go.
They haven't hit one since early on.
That would have been huge. Would have gave the Dragons the lead. Instead, they trail by 2. Nice crossover from Leslie. Going up, and he's going to, oh, my goodness.
Oh. Well, credit number 3, Tariq Amon, with getting over there and trying the charge, but I wasn't quite sure the feet were set.
Yeah, I agree. I tend to agree with you on that.
But Tim, that just has to feel. We've seen Paris miss and miss and miss and miss so many 3-pointers, and with a chance now here to take a lead with the 3-pointers, someone should come down and step into a shot and nail it.
Yeah, that's a big call right there because 3 on the other end is going to give them the lead back this way. See how the Cardinals D responds.
Cardinals in their aggressive man defense.
15 on the clock, driving. There's
nice drive.
And there's a foul called there.
That's the 4th on Yang unless it's called against Butler. There's an outside chance it's called against Butler. Nope.
It is on Yang. That'll be his 4th.
So now then you're Mark Leslie. You just got to decide, okay, what am I going to do? I've got Adger on the bench with 4, and I've got Yang on the bench with 4. We've already played one overtime game with this bunch.
And he missed it. Yang pulls it down. So, well, they both got 4, and we got less than 4 to go here in this ball game. Oh, my goodness gracious. How about that?
Describe that one.
Deshaun, he gets trapped in the air and gathers himself, throws it up over the back. That was a game of horse.
Look what I found.
His face was priceless as he comes down the floor.
He's shown flashes of that this season.
That was well executed. Shot on the way, a 3, gives him the lead.
I told you.
Yeah, Ashby is got it to fall at the worst time for the Cards. Approaching 3 minutes, they take the lead. He's been quiet since midway through the first half.
Oh, yeah, at least that long.
And now gets it going with 3 to go. Daniels trying to create. Gets around. Shot on the way. Deshaun Daniels starting to light it up here at Cardinal Gym.
6 in the second half, 12 for the game.
Inside 3 minutes to go from Leon Spencer Court here.
It's fun to see an athlete when he starts to feel it.
Indeed, the drive and the finish off the glass.
Speaking of feeling it, Karan Davis is taking over now for PJC.
He's got 18 in the game, so Cardinals back down by 1. Buckley drives, hangs, shoots, and doesn't get the layup to fall, but 2 free throws coming at the 2:31 mark.
He's so quick off that dribble that he makes good things happen whenever he decides to go to the goal.
Buckley's got to come through here. You know he's tired, about to be getting a breather. Got to come through the free throw line here.
So it appears as though Mark Leslie's going to stay with Yang and save after us his insurance.
Tight ball game, and so Butler out and Nashi Jones coming in. 2.5 to go, 2:31. It's tied 61 apiece.
Buckley with 13 points. Leads the Cardinals. Daniels has 12.
You mentioned that this one went to overtime in Paris earlier this year. Gets them both to fall and a timeout with 2:31 to go. The Cardinals reclaim the lead at 62-61. You're seeing it here on the Cardinal Sports Network.
When I was first diagnosed with multiple myeloma, you had a 30 to 40% chance to live 4 years. Well, here I'm 15 years out from my transplant, and I'm doing all this stuff still.
When the doctor came in the next morning, he said, "You don't even look like you had surgery." I said, "Thank you." It makes you look forward to every day.
I mean, you know, something knocks you down, you just get up and keep on moving. Go live.
I'm being revamped.
Here's to those who never settle.
(62-61) TVCC up by a point. Benny, the final 2:31. Going to be huge down the stretch. What do the Cardinals have to do to get a W this afternoon?
Keep an eye on Christian Ashby, who hit a three-pointer the last time down for Paris, because shooters are going to shoot.
Yeah.
And when they hit one, they're going to shoot with a lot of more confidence, and we saw him kind of struggle midway through this game. I'd keep an eye on him down there, and if you're the Cardinals, you're going to keep the ball in Deshaun Daniels or Jay Buckley's hands and let them create.
Yeah, they've both had outstanding moments down the stretch here in the second half. Paris will bring it in all the way from the far end. Cards will pick them up at three-quarter court here.
First game between these two, Tim, went to overtime. It's tied at 67. We're on that kind of pace.
Almost got a steal there. Ball on the floor. Cards going to time up. Timeout taken. Coach Foy wanted a foul there.
How did he get on the floor?
He's going over to talk to the official. I'll meet you halfway. So with 2:19 to go. 30-second timeout, I believe, here.
Guy Furr is asking on behalf of the Cardinals, what is it, a 30 or a full? It's a 30. So we'll keep it here. Let's keep it here, Tim.
Yeah,
I want to say something, and let's let you. The Cardinal Regiment Pep Band is doing a great job. Let's listen to them. How about that?
Absolutely.
Those kids don't get enough credit, and they've done a great job. Jeff Dubos has done a great job of turning around the Cardinal Regiment Pep Band this year, and he's got bigger and better things in mind.
They do sound excellent. Glad to always makes a big difference when they're in the house for sure. And so here comes Paris with 2:15 to go. Chance to claim the lead with a basket. Back and forth we go here from Leon Spencer Court. Knocked away, and it's saved on that baseline. Wow.
Bill Foy is telling Ashby, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. I'm not reading lips. I hear him down here, folks.
I'm picking it up in my headset as well. And Coach Mark Leslie working a little timeout here with 1:53 in front. Him and Buck one-on-one. So Jay gets the call.
This is the time of the game you want your shooters to shoot. Now on the Cardinals, you want to start using some clock.
Here's a good move. Freezing kick out. Daniels for three. Cha-ching from the corner. Nicely done. What a half he's having.
No doubt about it. He's got 15 points. He scored 9 in this second half, mostly during this stretch for the Cardinals.
It's a 4-point game. Driving inside. Nice pass underneath. And the comebacker on the other end. Finish from Randarius Jones. 2-point ball game.
Coming up on a minute to go. Mark Leslie up on his feet now, coaching.
So let's be patient here. Get a good look at the basket. You got minute 5 to go here. You're up 2. Clock's your friend. You don't want to kill it all the way, but we've seen Jay able to create and finish. So let's see what they do. 10 seconds. Here they go. Getting inside. Pulls up from the right side. Won't go. The big rebound from Yang. Oh, my goodness. That bought him a new 20.
Absolutely. How about 30?
Indeed. So with 40 seconds left here, it's a 2-point game. They go at 10. 5 seconds. Driving, hanging, shooting, just off the mark, and a blocking foul called underneath, and Jones is going to be the benefactor, I believe.
I think so. That's going to go against Amon.
I don't know if our cameras caught it there. I think they did. Did you see the handshake between MJ and Najee? It was the hi, pleasure to meet you handshake.
Big free throws.
Absolutely. 29 seconds to go. Cards up by 2. First
to make it a 2-possession game.
Is good. Big one there.
This one's huge with 29 seconds left.
So free throws.
Cardinals with 4 timeouts left. Paris with 2.
Big one for Najee. He lets it go. It goes 2 for 2 at the start. Timeout. Cardinals will take it to talk about it defensively here. With 29 seconds to go, it's going to be a full timeout. Cardinals will take a minute to talk it over. We'll come back after this. Cardinals up by 4 on the Cardinal Sports Network.
First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
Welcome back to Leon Spencer Court on the campus of TVCC. You heard it, Benny. One stop. And that is where the key is. Make them work on defense.
No fouls if you're the Cardinals.
They need to get a stop here. They're up 4. 3 on the way. Won't go. And controlled. Paris he step on the baseline?
Yes, he did.
Out of bounds on the baseline. That's a big one there. Cards are going to have possession.
If you're Paris, if you don't get the steal, you foul immediately.
Yeah, they can keep it a 2-possession game even with 2 free throws, so expect the foul. They get it to Buckley. Buckley, a 75% free throw shooter. Gets it over the timeline. Runs a little clock, too, the better part of that.
It was quite interesting. Mark Leslie called timeout, and the officials started to give it, but they won't let the coach call the timeouts anymore. The players have to call the timeout, and the official did a good job then of not reacting and calling the timeout. He was going to be embarrassed with his squad members, I can assure you.
Yeah, so they get the ball inbound. Now Buckley has a chance to make it a 2-possession. Well, it's already a 2-possession. But more difficult on Paris. He gets the first one. They would, if he hits this, need 2 threes.
It's close to being academic now.
Yeah, you just put this one down.
15 for Buckley. He ties to Daniels as the leading scorer for the Cardinals.
Missed it on the second. So inside 12 to go. And a foul. Oh, boy. 7.9. Card's going to put him on the free throw line.
That's not what you wanted.
2 shots. It's a double bonus here. So still 5-point game. 7.9 to go. He got it to go.
He had to pray about 3 seconds.
Yes, indeed. That ball took a couple of weird hops.
Interesting, the Cardinals have been able to close this one out without Adger on the floor.
Najee's going to check out, I think.
No.
They're going to put both big men down on the post, and I believe they're going to put him right back in here, a defensive substitution.
He has to have this one.
Got it to go.
Got to get a steal or a quick foul. Got to get the foul. Got to get the foul.
They get it with 6.1 to go, so Roberts will be going to the free throw line. Coos will be stepping to the free throw line with 6.1 to go.
Cardinals on the verge of breaking a 2-game win streak for Paris. Paris came in having wins over Tyler, 67-61 over Bossier Parish, 89-62. The Cardinals won their last outing, 79-77 at Bossier Parish to break a 6-game losing streak.
It's the first one missing.
Still a live ball game.
You got to hit this one. They're going to take a timeout and try and put some pressure on him here. So with 6.1 to go, Roberts will have a chance to think about it a little bit.
This is going to be a full timeout.
So we'll keep it here and talk it over here. So how did we get to this point? It was 38-32.
It's not in my contract.
Yeah, he's contractually obligated to get a moment here. But it was 38-32 at the half. The Cardinals came out on fire mainly with Niang. He scored 7 of the 9 points and got it to this back and forth pace again.
That turned the tide for the Cardinals, if you will, and then it went back and forth briefly, and the Cardinals found another little surge there and took the lead. And
Deshaun Daniels had a big push down the stretch here.
But I think when Bill Flory goes back and analyzes this game, if it turns out to be a loss, he's going to look at the fact that they couldn't get Christian Ashby going tonight. Ashby come in averaging 12.5, and he's got 11. I mean, he's right at his average, but he's just been a quiet 11.
And he's got 93 three-pointers on the year. I mean, a guy like that, it's hard not to. He came in with 91, hit 2 early, and you thought, uh-oh.
And then finally hit 1 late, so I guess he's got 94.
94 now.
Yeah.
So, big free throw here for Roberts Coos, the freshman out of Latvia.
Yeah, it's still a ball game if he misses it, but if he makes it, I think it's pretty much over.
Yeah, it's a big free throw here. So, get this W here and get the second back-to-back. That'd be big. You got a couple more ball games before the regional tournament. So Roberts at the line. Missed it. 5 to go. They got to protect the three-point lane. Wide open 3 is on the way, and it's good. 0.3 to go. Can you believe that? We're headed to overtime. It's how it happened in Paris.
68-60.
Oh, my goodness. So
I'm from about 30 feet.
Yeah, that was Brownsboro. That was. So the extra frame is necessary. We'll step away and come back with more after this on the Cardinals Sports Network.
When we say crispy, juicy, tender, this is the juicy and tender, and this is the crispy. Introducing McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwiches.
Slot ski is a mega meaty sandwich. Tons of meat. Slot ski. Sloppy. Mouthful.
Five minutes to go. It's overtime, and they had an overtime game earlier this year. Benny, you made a huge point off mic, and that was that the fouls come back into play immediately, right?
They do, because Adger and Yang have 4 each. And Yang finished the game on the floor. Adger stayed on the bench, and Yang is still out there. I wanted to mention that Karan Davis, who hit that 25, 30-foot three-pointer to send this game into overtime, averaged 14.7 coming in, and he's got 23 in this one. He has picked up the slack for Ashby having an off night or seemingly off night. I mean, he's right at his average.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking about Ashby's going to have to hit the three. Ironically, the three is still the big part of it, and the Dragons get one to tie it at the buzzer. So, 5 minutes to go. The Cardinals need to come out quick here because they were outscored up there 15-4 in the overtime.
They were. Second straight game these two teams have gone to overtime. The first one going Paris's way by a 82-71 count.
So Paris with the ball to start this overtime. Drive, the shot won't go. The offensive board and the putback is good.
Ooh. Yang did everything he could to prevent getting that 5th foul call.
That would have been massive right there. So good that they are able to.
Got to answer if you're the Cardinals.
Quick start for Paris. Buckley going in. Finds MJ for 3. Won't go. Leslie tried to chase it down, or Najee tried to chase it down.
Yeah, Najee got lucky. They didn't call him for a push-off foul there, too.
Need a stop here from the Cardinals. These things go quick, too. You're already at the 4-minute mark of the overtime. Fadeaway is
oh my
good.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
Come on. Now
and just like that.
5 points.
And Adler's going to check into the contest. He's got to get some offense on the floor, if you're Mark Leslie.
MJ inside Yang, fading away. That's not what you want. That's
oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Kuz coming on.
Kuz is coming in for.
I thought he was calling for MJ, but it's going to be
Yang
and Yang both sitting.
Adgard comes in for Deshaun.
Okay, so 4-point game, 3:36 to go.
You can't let him hit a 3 here.
No, you need to get a stop here. They're going to go down low. Good job from, well, I was starting to say, but he kicked it, so it's a dead ball.
Feet got in the way.
About to get Okiki coming on. They'll come on for Roberts.
A little more athletic player, but getting a Kiki in the game.
And Okiki sitting there with only 2 fouls. 4-point game. Cards need a stop.
Would be a hard record for the Cardinals to drop this one.
Boy, I tell you, they played really well in this second half, but couldn't close it out at the free throw line. They had a couple of opportunities, missed it. Drive to the basket, shot is
good.
My
goodness, he's a smooth player.
Well done that time from Davis again. He's now got 25.
He's out of Gary, Indiana, 6'5" wing, freshman.
What does Gary, Indiana know about basketball? I said that tongue-in-cheek, of course. Good drive, MJ. Closed it off. Adger driving, shooting, and scoring. Oh boy, needed that one.
Much needed, much needed.
First bucket of this overtime. It's a 4-point game. Cardinals got to get the D rolling here. Force a stop. Getting it down low. 3 on the way. Wide open, look at it. Does not go. Here comes MJ. Pushing for the Cardinals. Buck for 3. Put it down! It's a 1-point game. Jay Buckley with a huge 3-point. I think he got called for a flop warning. Or was it a delay of game warning?
Buckley now with 18 points, 2 3-pointers in the contest, and that was huge. Brings the Cardinals within 1 as we come up on the 2-minute mark.
Clutch shot there. So at the 2:15 mark, you're trailing by 1. The D Titans.
Would be a character win for the Cardinals.
Absolutely. Baseline, get him up and under and a basket.
There was no room. How is that possible?
How to get underneath? That's amazing creation there from Holmes.
MJ Leslie is going to be called for the foul. How is that possible? There was no room down below.
I don't know. That was just a very athletic play there.
He can make it a 2-possession game if he hits this free throw.
Got it to go, and that's a big one. 2:04 to go.
Second overtime game for these two teams.
Cards need an answer here. That was a big one coming back after the 3 from Buckley. Adger for 3. Way off.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Of course, if he goes down, he's a hero.
Yep. I'm with you. I think they could have got a better look there. Drive to the basket. Dish inside. Won't go off the foot of Najee.
Nice job by Holmes Jr., but I thought maybe he should have gone up with the shot and probably drawn the foul had he not hit the shot.
It's a good point there. So it's still 4-point game. Minute 34 to go. Cards need to stop. Plenty of time here, but you got to. Oh, that's a fadeaway they didn't want to take. If they get the offensive rebound, tie up, and that'll be Cardinal basketball if it is. Cardinals basketball.
Big break for the Cardinals.
It is. The next possession arrow goes back to Paris. So
we're in a 2-possession game, 1:29 left, 77-73.
Yang checking back in. Okiki sits.
Cardinals with 4 timeouts left. Paris with 2.
Yeah, they add 1 to each team in the extra frame. So now it's a 4-2 mark. Minute 29. So 4-point game. Cardinals need a good look here. Buckley bringing it up the floor. Agger drives, shoots, won't go. Almost knocked away. Game of inches here. Minute 10 left. 4-point ball game. Cards need to stop. Yeah, you don't want to have to put him in a fouling situation, but if he's going to the paint, he's going to have to protect.
Right, you're not there yet.
Yeah.
But you're getting close. If they score here, you're definitely in that position. And if you don't get a steal, you got a foul.
Driving, blocked the shot. And that is the Cards on a fast break. Buckley up and in. It's a 2-point game, 77-75. 44 seconds left. How about the block from Niang?
Well, it's no surprise. The big man's had a strong start, and now he's having a strong finish, and he's doing this with 4 fouls on the floor now.
What a play. That is impressive. Timeout on the floor. We'll step away. 2-point ball game. More after this on the Cardinals Sports Network.
Prosperity Bank offers free checking. Let's take a look. No monthly maintenance fee? Check. No individual check fees? Check. Free debit card? Check. Unlimited withdrawals? Check. Free online banking? Check. Easy access and friendly service? Check. Close to home? Check. Simply free checking from Prosperity Bank is simply free. I'm taking these checks to the bank. Prosperity is the big bank with your community's bank inside. Prosperity Bank, where you find real bankers, not just a bank.
Our crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich can make you feel a lot of things. The spicy one can make you feel, what's the word? Tingly? Yeah, tingly. McDonald's Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Order ahead on the app.
.1 seconds to go. It's a 2-point Paris lead. Cardinals on defense.
Yeah, you just play it straight up here, Tim, with 44 seconds left. You've got a 1-possession, 2-point game.
They got him trapped in the backcourt, and they're going to get a tie-up. It'll be Paris basketball. So still 40.6 to go.
Still, you play it straight up and do just that. You try to get a steal. There's no need to foul whatsoever. You're guaranteed at least one more possession.
13 seconds separating in the clock, the shot clock and the game clock. Get it over. Oh, lost the handles there for a second. He's going to work it around. Actually, being very cautious here. They're going to try and eat some more clock. And then here's the drive to the basket, up and under. It's blocked. Oh, my goodness. 21.8 to go. It's going to be
go against Adger. That's going to be 5 for him.
Adger is gone. So Niang will check. Well, you think he's probably coming back. It's always one of those things. Some of the
So Yang goes back in with 4 now.
He's got to be careful,
Of course,
too.
with 21 seconds left, the only time that's really going to factor in is if it happens to go to double OT. He hits both these free throws to make it a 2-possession game.
Missed the first one.
I did my job.
You did your job, and I would like to say if he hits one in here, it's still a 3-point game. But I won't say that because that would be the double, and then,
karma.
So here comes chance for Amon to build things. He missed them both. 2-point game. Cards bring it up the floor. Buckley going to try to create.
Cards could win it with a 3-pointer, and they're asking for a timeout with 14 seconds left on the money.
And there's 13 on the shot clock, so in all intents and purposes, you don't want to give them much time here. It's a 30 full timeout here, so we'll take a step away We'll take a step away as I fall off the dismount here. More coming up on the Cardinal Sports Network.
No one ever said you need to be sick to get better. That's why at Baylor Scott & White, we're innovating how people get well and stay that way. Where prevention might just be the prescription. Way to work. Teaching is on the treatment plan. And everyone is always on the same team. Yours. Baylor Scott & White Health, changing healthcare for the better.
Cardinals trailing by 2 at Leon Spencer Court here at Cardinal Gym. What are they drawing up over there, Benny?
I'm glad you asked. I have not been peeking. I have not been listening. I keep the ball in Jay Buckley's hands and let him go to the goal.
I think that's a good idea. See if they do just that. On the floor for the Cardinals, you got Jones, Leslie, Buckley, Butler, and Daniels all on the floor. 14 seconds to go.
If you're Parrish, you do not want to foul.
Buckley will get the ball. Still 10 on the clock. Hands off to Leslie. And 5 on the clock. Driving. Pass baseline. Going up. Locked underneath. And a foul. The foul is called. Got him in the head. So
I didn't think he was going to call it.
Najee Jones going to the free throw line. And it'll be 2 free throws. You miss the first, you got to miss the second. Hope for a putback here.
He has hit 3 free throws in this contest.
So Najee going to the free throw line.
He's got to have both of them.
Need them both. It's that one to go, and you just got to throw the percentages of what you normally do out and just come through at the line. Timeout. Coach Foy wants to talk about it with 1.5. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout.
Let's keep it here.
For him to get a chance to voice his displeasure over the last call.
It's a full timeout.
It is a full timeout. So what do you think the Cards do here? First, you hit the free throw.
You got to hit the free throw first.
And then you got to not give up a long heave with 1.5.
If you don't hit the free throw, it's imperative that you get the rebound and try to get a putback, because I'm thinking if Paris gets the rebound at the time they come down with it and you foul, it's going to be academic at that point.
Yeah, you got to hit it here.
But Jones has showed great poise at the free throw line now. He's hit 4 in the contest.
And Najee just over, I'm watching him on the sideline there in the huddle. He took the towel and dried every finger real well. No sweat on those fingers here. So
coming up on 6 o'clock here in Athens, Texas.
Glad to have you along, boy. This has been extra good. We've got an extra frame for you, too. So Najee already at the line with still 15 seconds left. So he'll walk away.
1.5 seconds left.
Well, I mean, on the clock, on the
timeout.
timeout.
I said, whoa.
Yeah. So Paris still down there talking it over. The Cards are already on the block. And if I'm him, I'm walking away. I'm not staring at that goal for another 10 seconds.
Najee's got this. No question. We're about to head to double overtime, I think.
I do too. I've really got a lot of confidence in young man.
Of course, if we do go to double overtime, the Cardinals will be playing without Adger.
Yeah, that's big.
And Yang's got 4.
Gets the roll. Touch the front iron off the glass and falls through. It's 77 apiece. 1.5 inbound, and they heave up from half court. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
that was a long 30 seconds of nothing because I just was waiting for that to come down. It was on the money, just missing. Double overtime, 77-77. More after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
At First State Bank, we like to say we're big enough to help, small enough to care. Our communities and the families and businesses within them are what have mattered most to us for decades. Since 1935, our commitment has been to not only support local, but to foster growth for generations to come. We've given back to organizations that help our community thrive, and with 6 convenient locations, we continue to do our part in serving you, our communities, our businesses, our families.
Double overtime from Trinity Valley in Athens, Texas. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. These two met in Paris earlier this year. It went to overtime. Cards were outscored 15-4 in that one, Benny, and in this one it was 11-11. So
yeah, we're even Steven, and goodness, this is good stuff. I mean,
it is.
These two teams are that tightly matched. You look at their scoring average, and they're virtually even both ways.
This is a big one here, going to a double overtime now with 77 apiece.
Cardinals will have 3 timeouts at their disposal, and Paris will have 2.
Adger picked up his 5th foul in overtime.
And so Yang is on the floor with 4 for the Cardinals. But you look on the Paris' side, you've got 3 players with 4 fouls.
You got to attack. There's Yang. Can't do much more than that.
No, good start by Jones. Jones has 4 fouls. Ashby has 4 fouls. And Karan Davis has 4 fouls. All 3 with 4 fouls for Paris.
Buckley trying to get the screen. Now goes right side, shoots.
And now Karan Davis is out of the game with 5 fouls.
Yeah, that's big because Davis has had a huge contest. 25.
25, yeah.
My goodness, he comes in averaging what?
Well, they didn't call it on him.
Oh.
So don't write the obituary just yet. That's going to go against Holmes.
All right. My condolences.
I sure thought it was against Davis.
It would have been big there. He's got 25 in the game. Buckley's first free throw is good.
Buckley now with 21 points. Trying to knock the score.
Back to back, so we're tied again, 79 apiece. And it's been a good ball game, back and forth. Fun one here in Athens this afternoon.
Nothing quite like Region 14 action.
That's for sure. Over the top, nicely done. Najee taps it back to Johnson.
Can somebody take control here now and end the suspense?
Buckley getting a couple of screens up top. Now they'll just set up. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. 10 seconds left. Najee back to Buckley. 3 from the top. 3 from the top, and it drops. It's a 3-point lead for Trinity Valley.
Buckley with 25 on the day.
Nicely done, and that's a big one there because if you can start getting in the head of the Dragons, see how they will respond.
Davis has 25 for Paris.
Baseline, they get over to Ashby.
Davis.
Oh boy.
Got a good look at it.
The Cards had a good look at that rebound, could not pull it down.
Davis now with 27.
Well, that's a good take. And just great court awareness to go attack the big fella. He's got 4. He's going to go straight up and down. 1-point game. Buckley brings it over the timeline. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Shot on the way.
Charge.
And the charge is called. It's going to be his 3rd foul.
That was a good call. The defender definitely got set there. And
yeah, he got him there with his feet.
I mean, after a while, they know that Jakevian is going to drive and going to drive and going to drive. He gives it up sometimes, but usually keeps it and goes up with a shot. And they just got set and waited for him that time.
3:02 to go here in double overtime. It's a 1-point lead for the Cardinals, trying to finish this one out. A long way to go. The Cardinals have already lost Adger with his 5th foul. Niang's playing with 4.
Daniels and Leslie are about to both come back into the game for the Cardinals, give them more firepower on the floor from the outer limits.
Jones also has 4 fouls.
Oh, nice drive.
It's a 1-point lead for the Dragons, 83-82.
I think we're going to see both teams attack the goal.
Yeah, that's a good plan. You know, pick up foul, go to the free throw line. Good defense there from the Dragons. Kept them from even getting there. Dodge, you got to be careful.
That's going to be 5 now on Najee. Oh, check that. They're going to call it on Tyler Johnson. I'm trying to foul people out of here. I'm trying to get rid of them.
he already.
That's 2 players I have fouled out now that didn't get their 5th fouls.
I mean, you were throwing dirt on Davis. I was there with you. First one's good. It's a 2-point game.
28 points now for Davis.
So Leslie and Daniels coming on for Butler and Johnson.
No matter what happens on this free throw, it will still be a 1-possession game because we're still not to that point where we got to worry about that at the 2:21 mark.
Rolled out. Yang pulls it down. That was a big one there. Circle that. Still a lot of time left. Buckley will bring it left side.
Yeah, Buckley's going to keep the ball in his hands quite frequently and often here.
Leslie in the paint. Jump stop, shot, and it falls. MJ now in double figures. That gives him 11.
That's his first non-3-pointer.
That's a big bucket there. Tied it back up, 84 apiece. Back and forth we go here. Shot is good.
I love to see a top player like Davis and Buckley. When they want to put the team on their back, they know they have the ability to do that, and they are not afraid to do that.
30-point night for Koron Davis. Now, 2 or maybe even 4 of those coming after he allegedly fouled out. He is playing with 4 fouls. Buckley thought about going inside, and then just good defense to jump the route. Big defensive stop needed here.
Nice job by Jones to not panicking when in a tight situation there.
Yeah, it's a 2-point Paris lead. They can run a little bit of clock here and then pass underneath. Nice D from Leslie's going to pick up his 4th.
Yeah, if we go to triple overtime, they're going to be dropping like flies.
I'm telling you. Both teams will be working deep into their bench, you would think.
Quicker than that if you let me take care of it.
Diary will check in momentarily. That's good. It's a 3-point ball game with under a minute to go.
This would make it a 2-possession game if he can knock this one down.
Jones will sit. Najee sitting with 55.5 to go. And he doesn't. Wow.
The big man, you said a low percentage, but he was perfect up until that point.
Yeah, he's really played well. Got that one to roll out. Cards need a basket. Preferably a 3 would be nice. Leslie, fadeaway, short. Picked up on the loose ball. Try to go with the left. There's Niang with a tear off the rim.
MJ will have to earn it at the free throw line.
Well, these are big here. You're down 3. Need it.
MJ has not hit a free throw in the contest, but he hasn't shot one either. 36.3 seconds left is 3-point game.
I'm looking at the fouls up there. I think I got a full house. Nope, not quite. First free throw is good for MJ. But you got 4, 4, 4, 3, and then 2. Guards have 2 players on the floor with 4. Gets them both. Timeout with 36.3 to go.
Full timeout by the Cardinals.
I think it's going to be a 30 they're calling. Now they go to a full. 30-second timeout. Cardinals up by, or down by a point here as Johnson will check in momentarily. And Trinity Valley is going to need a stop here. Well, they could force a couple of free throws and take a three, but you'd love to get a defensive stop.
Well, you would love to get a defensive stop. With 36 seconds left, you can still play straight up. You're going to get a good six seconds if in a worst case scenario that they go all the way down to the shot clock at expiration and don't score. You're in good shape.
Yeah, Coach Foy, I imagine, is telling his team that right now. Hey, let's eat up a lot of that, and then go ahead and have somebody drive the basket. We're going to hit a couple of free throws.
But the Cardinals have been very, very strong in defending the inbounds tonight along the baseline.
See what they do here with, let's see.
I'd get the ball in Davis's hands or Ashby's hands.
I hit him. Oh, I thought it went out of bounds.
What a fortunate break.
He's driving up the floor. Still 30 seconds to go. 23 on the clock. Whoa.
I'm not sure you wanted that, but if he hits both, it's still a one-possession game. So it's no harm, no foul. Well, it is a foul.
Yeah, yeah. He's going to be shooting 2 free throws.
Oh, definitely. It's a double bonus.
So you're looking at a 3-point game if he makes them both. Still one possession. He missed it. Look at the face.
Parrish is faltering at the free throw line. They really are. Now the Cardinals can play for the final shot with 27.2 seconds left.
Gets 1 of 2, so it's a 2-point ball game, 88-86. I think the Cardinals probably will be very content to
look for
run some clock.
Yeah, look for Shakibian on a drive or maybe a kick out to MJ.
He's going right to the rack now. Had it knocked away, tapped around. It's picked up by Paris. Now fouled. Boy, he saw the lane open, and he was going, trying to get the tie.
There's still no need for panic. I mean, now if he hits both free throws, then
we're going to be panicking.
We're panicky.
you still got 2 timeouts, so you're going to have 2 possessions.
But he's got to hit. He's got to hit both of them to make it a 2-possession game.
So Davis has done it all. Can he do it at the line now? Gets the first one. Nope, he cannot. So still going to be a 1-possession game.
Bill Floyd frustratingly calls a timeout. He's very dejected, his team right now. They have faltered badly at the free throw line in the first and second overtimes tonight.
Coach Foy made a point to walk out and show his dejection to his team there, I do believe. So full timeout here. It is a 2-point game.
Well, let's keep it here. It's imperative that he hits this one, though, because you want to take yourself out of harm's way on a three-pointer. Because without question, if he hits this free throw, the Cardinals are going to come down and set up and look for the 3, because I think Paris would be smart enough that if Buckley went in on a drive, not to foul him.
Yeah, you would think that would be what Coach Leslie's talking about right now. Hey, guys, we're going to get this drawn up for a 3. He hits this. Now here's how we're going to tie it on the other end. But if you got a guy driving the basket, you let him have it. 2 doesn't hurt you. So we'll see what they do here.
With 19 seconds left in the contest.
It's going to be a big turn of events here. If you get, now, if Buckley's driving, does he go ahead, take the layup, and then they foul, try and make them hit 2 more?
If I'm Paris, I'm still D'ing up on the 3.
Yeah.
I'll give up the drive, because if he scores on a layup, they've still got to then get a steal or they're going to foul me, and I'm going to have a chance at the free throw line.
Now we're doing all we can to jinx it here, talking about this 3-point game.
I know.
He does need to hit this, and I expect him to. He's had a great game, 30 points in the ball game for Karan Davis.
If he changes things, if he misses this, however.
Absolutely, and I would love to see it, but he doinked it off the back iron. Oh my goodness! Cards can tie it with a basket.
Could still look for a kick-out 3.
Buckley going hard, blocked, and out of bounds. Cards ball with 9.1 to go.
Outstanding block by number 4, Ronald Holmes Jr. And now Mark Leslie's going to call a timeout with 9.1 seconds left to reset things.
So with a 2-point game on the line, Cardinals going to have to tie it up here with the final possession.
And here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it, too. We see where officials sometimes are hesitant to call fouls on drives and decide a game this late.
Yeah.
So you got to keep that somewhere stored away in the back of your mind. And go ahead and do what you're going to do, but know that you may not get a call that you would get at any other point during the game.
And so here we are in this final moments of this ballgame, Benny. If you go to the line here, if you drive, you've got to be willing to finish, crash the boards. You can't afford to have everybody laying back. How much strategy is Coach Leslie saying right now, though? Hey, we're in our second overtime already. I've got foul trouble. Does he dare drop a 3 over there and say, hey, let's win it here?
As you were asking that question, I was going to say I'm not giving up on the fact they may kick it out there. If they happen just to turn MJ loose on the beyond the arc, kick it out to him.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that either. I mean, if it's there, because you could be here all night. We're already at double OT.
Well, some of us not going to be here all night because the players are dropping real quickly in this game.
So with 9.1 to go, the Cardinals will send out Jones.
Deshaun Daniels is on the floor, too. Don't discount him for a three-pointer as well.
I was about to say, Daniels, Impey, Leslie, Jones, Buckley. 8 on the clock, driving to the basket. He's in trouble. Fadeaway shot, won't go. Missed it with 3 to go. Buckley almost had it and lost it.
Oh, goodness.
1.2 to go. Cards could not get the shot. My goodness, that's going to be a miracle now. They need a steal and a score.
If you are Paris, you just want to get the ball in, and in somebody's hands is wearing green.
You got a foul immediately. Timeout coming here with 1.2. Coach Foy doesn't like it. He wants to talk it over with
Very important now. The final timeout for Bill Foy and the Parish Dragons, because so if they get stymied here, they can't save themselves by calling a timeout.
That's a good point. So,
because that would draw a technical foul.
And that would be the only thing I think that can help the Cardinals at this point. I mean,
you were trying to figure out how to say that. You said it correctly.
So with a 2-point game, we will take a 30-second timeout. More after this on the Cardinal Sports Network.
Long before the craving hit you, when nothing else will do but Texas barbecue, we were way ahead of you. Dickey's Barbecue Pit satisfies your craving, delivered where you want it, when you want it. Order online or use our app. Dickey's delivers.
Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
.2 to go here. Cards trailing by 2 to Paris here at double overtime. Let's see what they draw up.
Just got to get it in if you're Paris. Just got to get it in. Just got to get it in.
They foul right in front of us here, and that there's 0 on the shot clock. The whistle blew before that. They'll probably put a little time on the clock.
They will definitely put time back on the clock.
See how much they will put on it.
I'm not sure they'll be put enough on it that the Cardinals could realistically get off a shot. They're going to say 1 second.
1 second.
Don't you need 1.5, I think?
Coach Foy says, how did you get that .2?
It's a half second.
And he said it with a straight face.
You almost have to agree with Coach Foy to some degree there, because he caught the ball and there was time enough to get a foul on him. And there was 1.5, right, on the inbound?
1.2. So first free throw counts.
Of course, it counts.
And they were getting clarification. The foul was on Impey. So it's his 5th foul. And that's what they were stopping the play for, because that was his 5th.
And the clock operator was correct in doing so, because you couldn't let a player continue on with 5 fouls.
Right. So it's a 3-point game. If he hits this, that ought to do it. It's going to take a miracle nonetheless.
Lady Cardinals are back in town. Feeling pretty good tonight.
Got a catch and shoot. Buckley from 93 feet. And it will fall incomplete. 89-86 the final here. 3-point win for the Dragons over the Cardinals.
No surprises in that game. We said it was going to be that type of game. I didn't think that either one of us thought it would go double overtime, but it had taken one overtime in the first one, so why not go two here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym.
What a game. It was a lot of fun here. Cards coming up on the short end of it, though, and that'll do it for us this afternoon.
And we'll be back with you Wednesday at 5:30 when the Lady Cardinals play their final home game of the season, taking on Blinn. And that game kicks off at 5:30. We'll be with you around 5:15. So we hope you join us then on the Cardinal Sports Network. For Tim Howard and the entire Cardinal Sports Network crew, this is Benny Rogers. Benny, good night. Yes, it is night now from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym.
This has been a special presentation of the Cardinal Sports Network.